Hi guys, how are you doing? It's Kat at spiritual-candy.com with today's reading, which is a love energy update, pick a card tarot 2019. So I hope that you enjoy the reading today. It's timeless. I'm going to do 4 groups. I'm going to shuffle live at the request of people. I've already shuffled and cleared the decks, etc. Now I'm just going to do it again. I'm going to have 4 groups. Yeah, so I'm going to do that in a moment. Before I start, if you want a private reading with me, it's £20 20 minutes and you get your reading in 48 hours or less. Check the description box below to book or for a link to book, and you can also go to spiritual-candy.com. I also have different other options on there as well for readings. There's a one-to-one over the phone. There's also hopefully by the time you watch this there'll be a reading package on there as well. Yeah, so I'm all about following your heart and finding yourself. I've done thousands of intuitive readings, and this seems to be the message coming through. So it's my mission really to kind of help people to follow their heart and find themselves. This is in love, in career, you know, everything. So I'm really into all the stuff to do with spiritual awakening, and there's all sorts on the website. My passion is writing and intuitive work, so there's a blog and I've got a free course, etc. So please go over to Spiritual Candy if you're interested and check out what there is to offer there. Okay, so today's reading is a love energy update, pick a card, tarot 2019. So let's have a look. I'm trying not to show you the cards so that it's kind of a secret for you. Okay. Just checking. The reading I did last, I got one of the decks up the wrong way, if you remember, if you were watching that reading. Those of you who are wondering, I'm always listening. That's why I try to be quiet if I can while I'm doing the shuffling, because I'm always listening to what they're saying to me in regards to the cards that jump out. Sometimes I take the ones that jump out, sometimes I don't. It depends on what I feel intuitively and what comes through. I have no precise science because I'm intuitive, so I'm listening, you know. So I know some people like to see a very specific style. Sometimes I shuffle the deck a lot, sometimes I don't. It's all down to the feel, you know, so yeah, just bear that in mind. And sometimes, you know, like the next card I might put here or I might put there. It's all down to what feels right. Sometimes a card will come out really clearly, but I'll get a very strong sense of no, so I put it back in, you know. Right, okay, I'm going to move the groups around now. So if you saw the cards coming out and you want to make a blind choice, you know, on the groups, look away now, and I'm going to move the piles around. Okay, you can look back now. Just going to move those so they're central. Okay. Here we go. So guys, if you're just joining here, welcome to the reading. I did all the shuffling live. I hope you're all great today. Remember, it's an intuitive and general reading, so some of the messages might not resonate with you. Just ignore them, take whatever does. This is a love energy update, pick a card tarot 2019. So I hope you enjoy today's reading and that you get something out of it. Like I say, not all the messages will resonate, that's fine. Don't worry if not everything does, that's totally normal. If you would like to get more free tools and more free stuff and read the blog, please go to spiritual-candy.com. Okay, let's look at today's reading. Hi, number ones. Okay, so I've got 5 cards here today. Not quite sure how I'm going to lay them out. Let's go like this. Perfect, that works well. Great, great, great. Okay, so group 1, we've got 5 cards here for the reading. So it's a love energy update. It's timeless. It can be for couples and singles, so it's whatever. So yeah, just taking it in. Okay, right, so in general you've got the Ace of Coins as the first energy, so this is the overall picture, and I love this for you because the love energy update is that either, depending on your situation, so listen and see which one suits your situation best. Either you've just started something that's really kind of building a foundation for the future, so if you've just got with someone, or you're early stages with someone, or you've just met someone, there's a real chance that this could build into something, and this could be something in the future. Okay, if you are still in a difficult situation, which I think, you know, some of you are, they're saying that in a strange way this situation is actually helping to build a foundation for what you want in the future, which may sound a bit weird, but you know, sometimes we learn the most, don't we, from difficult situations, from painful situations. So you are learning something, and this is going to help you in the future. You will be able to build a foundation because you'll know more about what you want, what you don't want, what works for you, what's right for you, etc. But the point is that and oh yeah, they're also saying, and those of you who are in a difficult situation, something new and positive is coming in for you at some point soon. Okay, and I do see that. Okay, I do see that. The Nine of Swords is saying that, you know, you feel you're certainly struggling, I think, a lot of you, with fears, worries. Perhaps someone's let you down in the past, or someone's letting you down now, and you feel kind of stressed out. You feel perhaps that it could have been something to do with someone saying something about you, humiliating you. You could feel really quite anxious. At best, I think you feel stressed. And this could be the old energy from the past, or it could be something that's happened recently. So for some people it's a fresh wound, for other people it's an old wound that's really difficult to shake off. Okay, but the point is that on top of this Nine of Swords you've got the Ace of Coins. So yes, it's been difficult, but there is something positive here. There is the potential for something new to be born out of this. And don't forget that the silver lining of every horrible experience is that pretty much they're the things we learn the most from. Now, it doesn't mean we have to enjoy them, obviously, but what it does mean is that when we are going through a difficult experience, we know we're going to come out the other side wiser, more focused, with greater clarity and understanding and appreciation. So that's the upside of it, you know. And I do see something positive coming for you. Because the love energy update is saying that, you know, you've got this spread the light card. They want me to talk about this now, so I will. You know, they're saying, yeah, they're saying like this is about being who you really are, shining your light, doing what you love to do, showing who you really are through your light, through your connection. How are you going to connect? Well, look, you've got the High Priestess here, intuition. Okay, so there's a real strong sense here of needing to connect to who and what you truly are, to listen to your higher self, your inner self, your heart, whatever you want to call it. I mean, I'm not necessarily saying they're all exactly the same thing, but it will do for now. You know, it all boils down to, in many ways, the same thing. So this is listening to that inner voice, that higher self, that larger self, that wise soul self, your soul that doesn't change, that always is always wise and always stable and always knows the right thing to do. We all have access to this, okay, within ourselves. And the truth is we sometimes struggle to hear it, but it's still always there. So, you know, even if you are struggling to hear your intuition, you know, it's there for you. And I think that, you know, they're saying with this spread the light and intuition, there's a really strong sense that this new beginning and this situation for you to build on is going to come from when you step away from fear and back towards your intuition. So if needs be, just take a little bit of quiet time, just step away, just go within, because that's where you're going to find the answers that you seek, okay, regarding your love situation. So whether you're single or in a relationship, that's how you're going to connect with it. And what they're saying is that those of you who are struggling to listen or struggling to feel the peace of mind that you kind of need in a way to listen to your intuition, another way in is to do what you love to do. So if you're feeling really stressed out, but you love, say, to exercise, going for a run or joining in a class could really help to raise your vibe. Really, to listen to your intuition, you need a quiet mind. And I mean, this is this sounds like the same thing, but it's not quite the same thing. A quiet mind and quiet, like no chaos around you, in an ideal situation, you know. So it's having like that peace and tranquility on the outside and on the inside in order to hear. That's when we hear best. Of course, we get intuitive messages all the time, but it's very, the intuition often, particularly if you are new to listening to intuition, it's often quite subtle and quiet, and it's easy to get distracted by the outside world. So, you know, these are possible ways. What they're saying really is, for the love energy update for today, is if you want to know what to do, listen to your intuition, because they're telling you. The slight concern here is this Knight of Swords. Some of you, this is a person in your life. If you've got someone who's coming towards you, giving you loads of chat, you know, telling you that they're going to be your hero, it's not saying that it's not true. For some of you, it will be true, but for the majority of you, this person is being impulsive, and they're perhaps not going to be able to stay true to their word. It's not saying that they're lying. I think their intentions are real, but just the Knight of Swords is often a little bit immature, makes a snap, you know, can get a little bit caught up in the moment, get a bit over the top, rush in without thinking things through. So just be careful if you've got someone in your life who seems to be racing at you 100 miles an hour and saying all the right things. Just keep an open mind. It's not saying, you know, it's not saying ignore it. It's not saying that it won't be genuine. Just be open you know, just be open. For the rest of you, if it's not a person, it could be both of these things actually for some of you. If it's not a person, it can be just an energy, and what they're saying here is just be aware of and be open to the fact that be open and aware of the fact that you yourself could be the person rushing in. Because of this double sword energy, I feel like there could be a lot of thinking, overthinking, fearing, worrying, and because there's fear, because the ego is strong here, with so much thinking, with so much sword energy, there's a lot of fear, there's a lot of ego, fear, ego, yeah? And because of that, it's very tempting when you get kind of fearful to rush into something, to race at something, you know, to feel a panic, like I must respond, I must act, I must go, 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 go. You know, and what they're saying here is just be careful with that. Like, understand that if you rush into things, you may make a decision that you later kind of regret, or, you know, you might say or do something or make a decision that you will look back on and think, I maybe shouldn't have done that. So I think it's really important that you listen to that you plug into that high priestess energy that says just take your time. Intuition, the heart, your soul is never in a hurry. Everything happens perfectly at a perfect time on a soul level. There's never any need to rush. If you feel like you need to rush, this is the ego. I know some people may argue the practicalities of, you know, if you've got a plane to catch. We won't get into that here, but you get the general point of what I'm trying to say here. They're saying spread the light. Be in your light. Be in your joy. Take your time. Be intuitive. Whatever's going on, you are setting the foundations for something that can be prosperous in the future. Laying the groundwork for something that can really bear fruit in the future. So even if it's not been an easy situation, and I think some of you have been in a difficult situation that's made you feel, or is making you feel anxious, but in spite of that, I do think there is potential and possibility for you to turn this around and really to very quickly start building something that you can feel really proud of, really positive about. So, you know, there's no need to be worried, and just take your time. Listen to the high priestess. Listen, be aware of signs and signals as well. Be aware of signs and signals in the environment, number plates, songs, whatever works for you. Listen to them. And remember that if you feel like I'm not getting any of these signals, I'm not getting anything, why? Slow down, quieten down, take time, sit outside, stare into the sky. That's my favorite one, because it doesn't really matter where you are in the world, where you are, if you can always look up into the sky out of a little window. If you can get outside, look up, you know, and you've got the whole of the universe right there if you look up. And if you just spend 30 seconds, 1 minute, 2 minutes, you'd be surprised. This can really be the moment that something comes in. Yeah? Thank you so much, number ones. Please subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed it. I really want to get to 10,000 subscribers. I'm very excited at the idea of getting to 10,000 subscribers, so I'd love that. Please like the reading if you've enjoyed it. Also, if you have any questions, you can always leave a comment, and do let me know what group you chose, what you liked, etc. And what you liked, what you didn't like. If you don't like something, of course you can say that as well. Let me know what you think of this slightly longer, slightly more informal, relaxed, shuffling on camera reading. I like it. I think it's nice, and I think people might. My hunch is that people will like it, but we'll see. It's difficult to know until you're watching them. So yeah, let me know. And of course, if you want a private reading with me, it's £20 for 20 minutes, and you get your reading in 48 hours. And you can go to spiritual-canny.com to book it, or you can look in the description box. Guys, have an amazing day, and I will see you either on a private reading or tomorrow, whichever is the sooner. Oh. Hi, number twos. Okay, so this is a love energy update. Pick a card, Tarot 2019. Guys, if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you would like to, please subscribe. I would love you to, because I'm really excited about getting to 10,000 subscribers. So I know a lot of you watch me a lot, but then you don't subscribe. If you could subscribe, that would be amazing for me. I really want to get to 10,000 subscribers. Subscribers. That would be amazing. Okay, let's have a look what's going on for you. Right, okay. So, God, that's so funny. The previous group had the Nine of Swords here as well. They actually had it in the John Holland here. That's so funny. So if you've chosen two groups, there you go. You've got it in the first one and the second one. Okay, things are shifting for you, twos. Things are improving, things are shifting. Okay. So, for your love energy update, I certainly think that something has been really bothering you, worrying you, concerning you. You've had something on your mind for sure. You got the Nine of Swords. I'm sorry, I've forgotten to tell you the cards. Nine of Swords, Four of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, Six of Swords, and Clear the Fog. Okay. So definitely something's been really bothering you. The Nine of Swords is basically a real state of extreme anxiety and stress. Now obviously this is a general reading, so some of you it won't be really extreme, some of you it will be moderately mild. But yeah, it depends. But on the whole, I would say the majority of you have in recent times had or are in the process of having a really tough time. The Nine of Swords is a feeling of, I would almost call it like persecution, where you feel like talked about, maybe humiliated, embarrassed, shamed, either in your own head or in actual reality. So this can be people have been, you know, say for example if someone cheated on you, or someone was horrible about you, and there's that feeling of like shame and torment, and where you're anxious and you feel like everyone's talking about you. But this can also be fear, which can give that feeling that everyone's talking about you even when it's not true, and that sense of feeling like you're just so anxious about everything. But it is definitely around your love life, or it's something that is affecting your love life, but you feel kind of vulnerable, scared, or stressed and worried. It makes you feel, like I say, it makes you feel vulnerable, even if you're not admitting it to other people. There's this sense of vulnerability and shakiness, even though you maybe want to put on a brave front, because I think some of you do. But all that said, there is the potential. Look, I love this, because they've had to say overall you're really feeling stressed at best, or really anxious at worst, in inverted commas. But despite feeling really stressed, sorry, my camera went off. Despite feeling really stressed, there is the Four of Wands underneath it all. You have the potential to really go the distance and have the prosperity you want, to have the firm foundation that you want, to have the happy situation. I mean, I would call this, I don't know if this is a British expression, the 2.4, you know, 2 children and a dog in a happy situation. Now, this is whatever it means to you. You know, you may have a completely different idea of your ideal home, relationship, partner, family situation. The point is that this represents whatever that means to you. So there's this amazing situation on offer for you, and it is possible. There is potential for this. It is potentially there for you underneath all this fear. Now, this isn't saying that this situation that you're in or have had isn't real. This could be an old relationship that the fear is still hanging around, okay? Or it could be happening now. Whatever, the point is, underneath all of this fear, there is the potential for what you really want. But, you know, you maybe need to build towards it, you know, and we'll look here at these other cards, because it does look that way, but there is the potential for prosperity. Now, some of you are saying, well, not in my situation, because this won't resonate, or this doesn't resonate because I've just broken up with someone, or I don't have anyone, or there's no potential in this situation. Right, keep an open mind, because the thing to bear in mind is that things can turn like that on a dime. You know, situations can change very quickly. People change, people's opinions change, people's mindsets change, people learn lessons and things shift. You can meet someone new and have a whirlwind situation. You know, it might well be that your love situation that you're looking at the minute could drastically be very different and look very, very different in a week or a month. And in a lifetime of love, a week or a month is not very long, although it may feel like a long time if you're really feeling pained and stressed. But the point to understand here is that there is potential for you. You can have the situation you want. Certainly, I think, though, that as we're going to talk about as we go through your group, worrying about it and stressing about it won't hurt the situation, and it's only human. It's natural that we worry and stress. But understand that wherever you can, look to let it go. The reason being is that farming away, do you know what I mean? Like working away at stressing out. So this means discussing it, you know, sometimes we're really tempted, aren't we, to keep telling the tale. So we tell the story to one friend, then we tell the story to another friend, then we tell the story to another friend. You know, this kind of amplifies and speeds up, adds momentum to the problem, and when we really want to be going in the other direction, you know. So that's not to say that talking about it isn't an important part. It really is. If you feel this energy, it's important to talk about it to a degree, but know when it's time to stop and move in the other direction, okay? The point with this Four of Wands is that underneath it all, this sometimes is seen as the marriage card. It's definitely a stable energy. There's definitely the potential for the future to get what you want. The fours are very stable. So, you know, there is the potential there, okay? Even though it feels maybe like stuck or difficult, the potential is there. It is possible for you. Okay, so to some extent, if we look at this pair in here, we've got the Six of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. To some extent, this is about divine timing, okay? So the Wheel of Fortune can be about divine timing. So it's also the karmic wheel as well. And the Wheel of Life, it's just that sort of cyclical, spiraling energy. You know how things tend to spiral around, and we revisit the same lessons, and things kind of go in those cycles. You know, it's the cycle of life. So, you know, the point here is that if you have found things difficult, or you are in a difficult situation in your love life, or you're feeling stressed and tense by it, remind yourself that this too shall pass. It's like everything. You will, just as sure as sometimes you're down, you will come up again. And the Wheel of Fortune is a card of good luck. It is saying that actually things can and will change for you, and pretty soon as well. You know, there's the potential for things to change and things to come good pretty soon. This card often foretells of good luck and positivity and things improving in your life. So it does look like that's the case. Destiny is calling as well. So you will find that this situation you've been in, good or bad, in your love life. There's been something going on and it has stressed you out. It has stressed you out. For some of you though, it might not be this quite normal, it might not be the normal sort of Nine of Swords thing. It could just be a lot of stress and a lot of messing around. But the point is, it's put pressure on you, but actually you are being called towards the right next step for you. This is all part of the path. It's all part of the journey. When you look back, it will make sense. Okay, even if it doesn't make sense now, but you are being called towards the next step for you. When you have the Wheel of Fortune as well, it can sometimes make some people feel a bit stressed, because it can feel like you're losing control a little, because to some extent the universe takes over, moves things along. You know, you don't always get to make demands about what happens or how things happen. You know, like, we always have free will, okay? And you always, if you really want to make something happen, very often if you give it your full energy and attention, you can force something to go a certain way. But the point is that when the Wheel of Fortune is around, it's like destiny is at play, and so it can be much harder to get something, force something along, you know, because the universe is kind of got it in her hands and she's dealing with it. So you won't need to do a lot to help things to move along. I think the point is that you've had this difficult experience, but actually in a weird way it set your intentions, and it set your mind and your it's given you clarity about what you really want and where you really want to be love wise. So this old memory of pain or this difficult situation you've just been through kind of almost gives you a perfect, like, well, I don't want that, so now I know what I do want. And this sets the foundation, and this sets the ball rolling and the things in motion. And the Six of Swords says that you will be moving on to something better. This is about leaving behind something that's painful, difficult. I mean, some couldn't even say destructive. You know, you're leaving behind something that is not good for you, not right for you. You may actually be even physically taking a trip, you know, getting away from the situation for a bit, taking a bit of time. But the point is, you're leaving behind this heaviness, this darkness, or this stress, and moving on to something that's a whole lot better, and moving into the light, moving into sort of a period of better, of calm and healing. The point is, you can and will heal from this, and the universe is making sure of it, you know, with all of this Wheel of Fortune energy and Six of Swords energy. And what's happening is the fog is being cleared. That confusion, that heaviness, anything that's been like dragging you down, bogging you down, it's now being cleared. You are now having your energy cleared. Okay, now, like I say, for most of you, I think you know what I'm talking about. You know the stress that we're talking about, the situation that you're in. You know what it is, and you're like, yeah, Kat, I know what you're talking about. I know exactly the situation that's holding me back or dragging me down. Some of you may feel like this doesn't resonate with you. Remember that a lot of the time, painful stuff, our memories, etc., can be caught up in our shadow. By virtue of the fact that they're shadow, they are unconscious. So look at your love situation. Are you having blocks? Are things not moving forwards in the way that you would like them to, and you're not sure why? It could be because of an old fear that you are not conscious of. So just work backwards from your situation. That's what I would advise for some of you who feel like you don't really have an issue or you don't really have any fears, because it may well be that you've pushed something down, it's gone into the shadow, and you're not aware of it. Okay, so that, I hope that makes sense. Number two is, whatever is going on with you, whatever this old worry is, it's actually you will look back on it and see that it's been a good thing, because it's helped to create a foundation of what you do want, get clarity, and you are now moving into a time where you can move on, clear that fogginess, clear that heaviness, and really know what you want and where you're going. Okay, so that is your love energy update. Please subscribe if you enjoyed the reading, and I will see you on tomorrow's reading or a private reading in the meantime. So see you soon, guys. Have an amazing day. I'll see you tomorrow. Hi, number threes. How are you doing? I hope you're fantastic. So let's have a look what's going on for you. Hey, sorry about the break. Once again, my camera went off. Do you know what? I'm not going to blame the tools. It's me. It's not the camera. I've got a really good camera. It's probably me. I've probably got the wrong setting on or something along those lines. But anyway. Hi, number threes. I hope you're amazing. I hope you enjoyed today's reading. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you would like to subscribe, I would love it because I'm trying to get to 10,000 subscribers. So yeah, please do if you would like to. Hope you enjoyed today's reading. Let's look at what's going on. You've got King of Wands, King of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, fertility, and connect with your soul family. Okay, wow, guys, this is looking an amazing love energy update, to be honest. If you've picked this group, it's a good one. It's interesting because you've got this double king energy. So this would definitely suggest that you either have someone in your life who is already a keeper, let's say, or this person is coming in for you. So someone is coming your way who is stable, looking for a relationship. The King of Pentacles for me is like the ideal partner. Now, although these are both male, that's probably because the majority of the people who watch my readings are female and heterosexuals. However, it is perfectly okay to interpret these as females, and it's not gender specific at all, this reading. So just, you know, see these as people who are, and then I'll go on and describe them. So I will say he because they're men on the cards, but they can be women or female. You know, we don't even need to be gender specific. They're just people, okay? So the King of Pentacles for me is the ideal partner. And by that I mean whatever that means for you. Now remember, this is just an energy, so your person doesn't have to be an earth sign, have earthy qualities. It's just that in regards to you in this situation, they have these kind of traits. So this is someone who's kind of down to earth about you. They might not be down to earth in general, but they're kind of stable and solid. This person knows what they want. This person knows that you are right for them. This person is dependable, loyal. This person wants to be there for you. You know, this person likes relationships, wants to be in a committed relationship, sees the benefit of a committed relationship. You know, this person is really wants what you want. And by that I mean whatever you think is ideal, they kind of want that. And the reason I'm saying that is because of what this card means in my readings. It's my intuitive understanding of it. It's not the meaning of the King of Pentacles, obviously. So this person is your ideal partner. Now this person may be someone that you are dating. If you have inquired about, if you're watching this reading with someone in mind, then this probably is them. If you are single or you're in a situation you're not sure, there's someone around you or coming towards you who has this kind of an energy, okay? The King of Wands, I don't think these are two separate people, although they could be, okay? I will give the interpretation with these cards in a moment because that might help you if you're trying to decide between two people, which could also be relevant for some of you. But this person is your ideal person. They're kind of, the key here is towards you at the moment. They're loyal, dependable. They could be a bit slow moving. They might not always seem like the most exciting choice because they've got that dependable, steady energy. But yeah, so that's that person. Now I think this could well be the same person, the two aspects of the same person, or they could be separate people. So the King of Wands, again, both of these people are mature, both of them are stable, both of them, yeah, okay, they're still looking for new adventures, new ideas, particularly the King of Wands. But they've kind of found their groove in life. You know, they know what they're doing. They're kind of stable. They've probably got a fairly stable career. They've worked their way up the ladder because the King of Wands is more of a boss, a delegator, rather than someone lower down the ladder. So, you know, this person's kind of found their place in life, you know, and they're kind of stable. They know what they want. They know what they're doing. The King of Wands is someone who is really passionate, quite fiery, masculine, creative, focused, determined, really a leader with great vision and clarity. You know, he's a go-getter. He takes on a challenge. Now, there's no reason why this can't be the same person, because the King of Pentacles really, in my love readings, represents the ideal partner. So this could just be saying there's an ideal partner who really is committed to you, and he has these qualities, or she has these qualities, okay? Or they could be separate people. And the point is, your love energy update is all about, their advice to you is to connect with your soul family. So what I would say is that either this is an indicator that this person is a soulmate of yours, this is a soul connection, and that even if this doesn't end up being a long-term relationship, there's something you can really learn from them. They're in your life for a reason. So they're saying connect with them. And by that, notice what they're triggering, or what's coming up. What do you need to learn? What are you trying to integrate through this relationship? Okay. If you are trying to decide between two people, consider which one feels like the soul connection. I think for a few of you, you are trying to choose between two people, and you're perhaps drawn towards the one who's got the most to offer on an intellectual level. But they're saying just be careful of doing that, because ultimately you have to make a heart decision, a soul decision, if you want a relationship that's going to be fulfilling in the long term. Okay, so let's have a look at these two different situations, or the aspects of this person. What they're saying for your love energy update is that on the whole, you've got the Ace of Swords. So you are going to triumph in your love situation. So whatever is going on with this person or people, you are having a breakthrough. Now, if you're single, this could be a major breakthrough, because this could be two people coming into your life, at least one person, okay? But you're having a breakthrough. Triumphant success is what John Holland calls the Ace of Swords, because what it says is you're going to triumph, you're going to win. Okay, you might have a few battles. It's not always an easy win with the Ace of Swords, but you will have a great idea. You will go into it like essentially a new beginning, and you will be able to win and triumph in the situation, okay? And it's interesting because it feels like this King of Wands is a real win for you. There's a real sense of possibility. However, if you're trying to decide between these two people, I would say that with the King of Wands, there could be a few battles. It won't necessarily be easy. That doesn't mean it's wrong. I mean, they're saying ultimately you've got to listen to your soul. Listen to your heart and soul. What does it tell you? But I do think the King of Wands could be, yes, you'll win. Yes, you can get what you want here, or you can get this person, or, you know, connect with this person. But it might it might require some challenges to be some situations to be dealt with in the process of winning. If this is the same person, then these two energies can be, you can take these two energies as I don't know what I'm saying. Basically, either this card belongs with this one, or if this is one person, these both pertain to this person. I hope you got that. I don't even think I really needed to explain that. I think it was obvious, but anyway, whatever. So in terms of this King of Pentacles, this is interesting because you've got the fertility card underneath it. So this is the Empress. So the Empress is creative, abundant. This means that you can have a new situation, that something positive can come out of it. It's a real sense of creation and abundance. So there's a huge amount of creativity and abundance here, because the King of Pentacles, obviously the Pentacles are abundance. So, you know, around this person there really is a sense of getting what you want, of abundance. Also, this is the Divine Feminine, the Empress. So this is about you rising, you being given to abundantly. So if this is one person, you're going to have someone coming towards you that, yes, there may be some battles and it may be difficult at times, but ultimately this is abundant situation for you. It's going to bring you abundance, it's going to bring you joy and possibility. And this person is going to almost certainly, not for every single one of you of course, but this is someone who intends at the very least to stand by you. There's someone who's looking for a committed situation, because the King of Wands, once he's made his mind up that he's committing, he's in it for the long haul. You know, the King of Pentacles is the most stable of all of the kings really in terms of being committed to a relationship. So, you know, this person is, you know, in it for the long haul. Like I say, these two people, if we were looking at them as two different people, I wouldn't say that either one strikes me as the better choice. It's down to what feels right for you. Okay, the key here is whatever is going on with your love situation, there is someone like this on offer to you, or there are two people like this depending on your circumstances. But if you are in a relationship that doesn't resonate with this, or a half relationship, you know, or a complicated situation, they're saying that there is someone who is mature, stable, and wants to offer you something around you. What you've got to do is listen to your heart and soul, because there's someone from your soul family, a King of Wands, a King of Pentacles, or a guy or gal who basically incorporates these two energies. They're around you and they're wanting to come towards you. So listen to your heart and soul and let your guides guide you towards them. Okay, and if you are already with someone, hopefully this makes a little bit of sense of that. I certainly think that there could be some battles, and perhaps you're inquiring about your person because you know that you're going through a few difficulties. Listen to your heart and soul, it will guide you. Thank you so much, number threes. Please subscribe, please comment if you enjoyed the reading or not, if you enjoyed this longer style reading with the shuffling incorporated and all of that. Let me know what you think. If you want your own reading, you can check the description box below. Please be sure to go to spiritual-candy.com. There's loads of free stuff on there if you would like it, and please read the blog. Yeah, guys, I'll see you tomorrow or on a private reading. In the meantime, see you guys. Hi, number fours, how are you doing? Hope you're amazing. So let's have a look. Okay, so this is your love energy update. Pick a card, Tarot 2019. It's the longest title ever. Anyway, right, so you have got Queen of Cups, the Moon, Seven of Coins, Patience and Planning, Base Chakra, and it's not an emergency. I love the way they're talking to you about your love situation, because your love energy update is saying that actually you have a lot to offer. It's okay. We're just getting things sorted. That's kind of the energy. It's like everything's all right. Breathe. Don't worry. We're just sorting things out. We're just getting things ironed out. Okay. The Queen of Cups is your general energy. Now, I can certainly see there's a few things going on for you at the minute. Maybe things have been a bit challenging. Maybe things are a little bit difficult. They're asking you to listen emotionally, listen and intuitively. You know, you're actually in a stable position. You know, they're saying, you know, you've got your head screwed on. You know what you're doing. You've got this maturity and stability. Right, now listen intuitively. That's where you're going to get your guidance from. That's why they're saying it's not an emergency. If you do what this guy on the card is doing, and you panic and leap around and race around and talk about it all the time and panic and flap, you're going to really struggle to hear your intuition. And the reality is they will take you from point A to point B easily, quickly, without any stress. Well, that's not true, actually. That's not true. It's not without any stress, but they will take you effortlessly. Yes, you will encounter challenge, because we all do, but you will move relatively effortlessly towards your goal if you follow the intuition, your intuition, and the universe, you know. And so that's what they're saying here. Okay, so take your time. If you rush, you will find it harder to hear intuition, and you'll just create a load of background noise and stress yourself out. Okay, you know, someone does want to offer something to you, and you will have the opportunity to offer something to someone. So the situation, whether you're single or in a relationship, you have the opportunity to have the love that you want. Okay, but it's maybe taking a bit of time. The Seven of Coins is underneath the Queen of Cups. I certainly think something has caused you to stop in your tracks. Something has gone a bit awry. Something's gone a bit off. I feel like for the majority of you, you know, you really you feel ready for a relationship. The Queen of Cups is, like, for me, it's a queen, so she's stable, she's mature, she knows what she wants, and she's got this cup of love. She wants to offer it to someone. And I think the majority of you, that's you. You know, it could be someone coming towards you wanting to offer it, but I think for the majority of you, it's you wanting to offer it to them. You want to offer it, and you're like, well, hang on, why can't I give this cup of love? You know, it's not an emergency is suggesting that, well, it's not here. You know, there's no one for me to offer it to, or it's not happening. Why isn't it happening? You know. And the point is, with the patience and planning, you know, you've kind of gotten to a stage where you feel like perhaps there are some things in the way. Maybe someone's not prepared to take something you're trying to offer, or perhaps you're not maybe meeting the people that you feel you need to meet. You know, if you're single, it might be like, well, why can't I find my person, you know? But the thing is, with the patience and planning, what they're saying is it's time to stop and reflect. You're very much at a crossroads. You can choose. Do you go back? Do you go forward? Do you go to the left? Do you go to the right? Do you know what? It's up to you. You need to look at what's happened. For some of you, it's like you're getting this chance to stop, because you really are ready to give this cup of love to someone. And perhaps you're in a situation with someone who just doesn't want to take that, you know, who's not prepared to take that great gift that you have to offer. In which case, perhaps it's time to reconsider, maybe take a slightly different route. Perhaps it's, you know, you'll get to a point where you'll think, well, yeah, I've worked hard, you know, I've come a long way, and you know what, it's worth it because I do want to be with this person, or I do want to move things forward. Do you see what I mean? But the point is, you're kind of at this stage where you are reflecting on where you've come from and where you need to go next. I do think that it's kind of freaking some of you out, because you feel really ready, but there's kind of a pause, or, you know, you've maybe had or I think for some of you, you've had a difficult conversation where it's like, oh, hang on, perhaps this person isn't going to give me what I want. Perhaps this person doesn't want the relationship. You know, there's something around that. Or you've maybe been out on a few dates and you're like, well, why can't I meet someone? What's going on? I think it's certainly bringing up some shadow. So you could be, without realizing it, unconsciously choosing the wrong people. You know what I mean? And that no one's, it's not that they're wrong, because they're there to show you some hidden wound. So for example, if you are afraid of getting hurt, you're maybe attracting people who are never going to commit to you. That's a classic example, one that I've certainly partaken in, and I think it's a classic, you know, that when we're afraid of getting hurt, that we choose people who we on an unconscious level know will never commit to us. And you know, that's just a good example because it's a really straightforward example, but it could be all number of things. But the point is, this is either bringing up some of your shadow, or it's bringing up fears that you are really aware of. So perhaps this situation with looking for a partner, or with a partner, or with someone that you're interested in, is bringing up a lot of stress and fear and anxiety. However, the good thing, and also there could be a lot of lack of clarity, and things could seem a bit strange and like you don't know what's going on, because that often happens with the moon, which would be very frustrating for a Queen of Cups, because the Queen of Cups is just like, you know, she's deep, she's sensitive, she's emotional, and you don't have, I'm not saying you are the Queen of Cups, what I'm saying is you're kind of plugged into this energy, so it can feel really kind of difficult, because you feel all this intuitive energy, and you just want to give to someone, you just want to be in this relationship, and then it all feels like hazy and shadowy, and for some of you it can feel, to be quite honest with you, a little bit like crazy and makes you feel stressed out. But they're saying, you know, don't panic, right? The key here is to create a firm foundation, base chakra. Get yourself grounded, take your time, consider all the options, breathe, take it easy, be easy on yourself. Do what you need to do to heal this shadow, to heal these wounds. And this will help tremendously, because I think that really this situation that you're in at the minute is allowing you to kind of consider something that you can clean up, reintegrate, and this will make the whole love situation so much better for you. Okay, so I hope that makes sense, guys. I hope you enjoyed these different readings. That's it for today's Love Energy Update. Pick a card, Tarot 2019. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe. Please go to spiritual-candy.com. Yeah, and I will see you over there. Yeah, there's tons of free stuff. There's the blog, there's the books, the free course. I'm really here to help you, so please leave a comment if you want to, and keep in touch, and I look forward to seeing you on tomorrow's reading or a private reading. Guys, have an amazing day, and I will see you really soon. See you guys.